Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Green Room Podcast. I'm Matthew Brune, and joining me is Colin Mitchell, who suffers from balding.
Male pattern baldness.
There you go.
Yeah, we've been, I've been, I've not had my hair long for very long, but like I've been noticing as I've been washing for like the last few months that like hair has been coming out into my hands. And so today it happened again. Like I get out of the shower and I look in the mirror and I like look down and look up and I'm like, oh, that thing, that's it's thinning pretty bad.
Hey, in today's day and age, I'm sure you can do something. You can get something.
I heard what's
Don't
Brian Urlacher and somebody else from the Dallas
Cowboys.
They have that commercial, and maybe I just need to imagine me with plugs. I could be LeBron.
For the podcast, I think you need to do it.
I think we need to know how long I keep the hair. My dad, when he started balding, he just shaved it off.
Went with it.
Yeah, he's been bald for.
Yeah, you can't be someone with like long hair and then just nothing.
No, that's called a skullet. You don't want a skullet.
I didn't know that's what it was called.
Yeah, it's called a skullet. Yeah, but imagine though, I could get one of those hats like the visors that have like the hair built in.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Comb over. There's some options.
I would support you no matter what you do.
Thanks,
at the age of 25, 26, midlife crisis, whatever, however old you are. But there was a football game, Colin, and I'm not talking about our fantasy football game because
I won. Sorry, Bernie.
My team is we have a long ways to go. I lost to Colin.
The score is 161 to 118, by the way.
Yeah, Colin beat me in fantasy football.
Yeah, it's all right. Anyways.
All right, there's 2 minutes. 2 minutes of nonsense talk. Let's talk North Texas for a bit because I was right. I'm going to come on here.
You were.
When I'm right about them being bad, I'm going to say I was right. When I'm right about them being good, I'm going to say I was right. I mean, I think I just know this team, this program so well.
Are you trying to say that you're just omnipresent? What's the word?
It sounds right. It sounds right.
Are you just able to know, Bruni?
There you go. I just know this team. I know this program well enough. Seth Luttrell well enough. And we talked all last podcast about how FAU is a good team and how they almost beat Purdue. Yeah. And I came on here. I said, it's not going to matter. North Texas is going to come out here at home. They're going to play probably their best game of the year and they're going to win.
I hate Conference USA. You know how many games where it's like Middle Tennessee? Who Middle Tennessee beat? I forgot.
Miami. They beat Miami.
I thought they lost to James Madison by like 40 points.
And then UTSA beat them by not beat them bad, but they beat them.
Yeah, and then UTSA almost. Yeah, it's just.
I think
Conference USA it's like an enigma, like. It's crazy.
I think Rice beat UAB. Yeah, Rice beat UAB yesterday as well.
UAB. Didn't Western have a game with somebody? Indiana.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so it's like what is happening? Anyways, yeah.
The Conference USA has been completely surpassed by the Sun Belt. North Texas will be heading to the American, and the American, if they don't get, I mean, at this point, the Sun Belt's probably better than what the American's going to be next year. So
isn't that sad?
I don't know, man. The Sun Belt looks
North Texas came from the Sun Belt.
What could have been? Just stay there. I mean, Tulane, James Madison, Coastal Carolina, Georgia. I mean, Georgia State hasn't had a great year, but I still think they're a good team. Georgia Southern, go down the list. Sun Belt's a damn good conference here. Regardless, enough about Conference USA, enough about North Texas, or enough about us.
Yeah.
North Texas won the game, and they won it convincingly.
Yep.
And I didn't even watch the fourth quarter, Colin.
I didn't either because there was nothing happening.
So. Nothing was left. The LSU game started for me, so I had an excuse. Regardless, I thought it was funny that they not only controlled every facet of the game, but even with all that happening, we still had people, and I mean, I was maybe even one of those people. A lot of Twitter was still uncertain about Austin Aune being the answer at quarterback because he threw his fourth pick six.
That was a really bad pick six.
It was bad. Yeah. Fourth pick six in 7 quarters of football. You cannot make that up.
Shout out my man. Still starting.
It's literally, but then, so you have those moments, and I think we'll start with Aune here. He had that moment, And it felt like it was the only way FAU was going to get back in the game because North Texas was up 28-7.
Yeah.
He throws the pick six. It's 28-14. And then FAU gets the ball back and scores again on a ridiculous, I mean, it should have been a tackle, whatever. Another play, and it's 28-21. And you're just like, can North Texas just get out of its own way for once in its life? Like this, they're clearly the better team here.
Yeah.
They are in complete control, and they still let FAU right back in the game. And I blame Austin Awney for doing that. But then they come back in the second half and they take care of business. Again, credit to Seth Luttrell for keeping them engaged and doing what they needed to do. Credit to Phil Bennett for the adjustments. I thought they really took Nkosi Perry out of his game. But yeah, I thought Austin Awney throwing another pick six was really, really bad, but he played all right other than that.
I mean, I thought he played pretty good outside, like you said. I mean, 14 to 20 for 180 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think the biggest takeaway for me was that they actually started using their weapons a little bit more. I mean,
Yeah.
Jair Shorter, 3 touchdowns, and it wasn't just the same old play where it's like run, 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 run. They mixed it up. Stone Earl came in the game for like some weird, I don't even know.
That stuff.
Yeah, and then yeah, I mean, it was nice to see something else when you're within 20 yards, and it felt good to see that.
I tweeted out, it's nice to see them finally use Jair Shorter, man.
Shout out Jair.
Shout out Jair. We know, obviously, going through the injury last year, we were like, all right, they got to start getting him more involved because
he's played 2 games or 5 games the last 2 seasons. I saw the stat on the broadcast.
Okay. I'm not going to try to do math in my head or however that works. But yeah, it's Jair Shorter is obviously, we've talked about him being a great talent for the past 3 years. And so obviously last year he missed the season, but for him to have 3 catches for 3 touchdowns was good. Rod Burns, I've never once questioned his ability. I've always just said I feel like they need scholarship, like those homegrown type players to really step up.
Yeah.
I thought Rod Burns was great with those 3 catches. He had the 134-yard one where he basically like caught it with like one hand. That was an awesome play. But yeah, you mentioned Varkey's Gums 3 catches. Jake Roberts 1.
That Jake Roberts catch was good too.
Yeah, 20 yards. So the pass game gets going a little bit. Ikaika Ragsdale and Oscar Attaway 16 carries each. Balanced offense, Colin. I don't think we could ask for anything more. They lit it up.
Yeah, no, I was really happy with it, and outside of the pick six, they weren't trying to shoot themselves in the foot. It didn't look like there wasn't like a moment where I was like, well, this is gonna go bad, like outside of that pick six. So I was really, really happy. And then not only that, like you get, you mentioned how do you say his name? I can't pronounce his name.
Rajante Wilder.
Ragsdale.
Oh, Ikaika Ragsdale.
Ikaika
Yeah.
Ragsdale. It was nice seeing it not just be Attaway and a day, like just like running everyone. It was cool to like see Ragsdale finally come to his own, because we've talked about him I think the last 2 years where it's like he's something special. So it was cool, especially you have those 4 backs. Obviously Isaiah Johnson didn't have the game that he wanted to, but yeah, I just like that they mixed everything up and there weren't any glaring weaknesses on the offensive end.
Yeah. I really don't have too much else. I thought defensively they were really good. We have to talk about Rich Tejada, 2 pick sixes, or the one got returned to the one. I believe the other one, but I'm gonna count it as a pick six. Shout out, Ridge. If they make a graphic, tell them to put 2 pick sixes on there. All right, don't say 1 pick six, 2 interceptions. No, 2 pick sixes. One of them was a really weird play where the guy was like falling over and hit his helmet and it bounced into his hands.
Yeah,
I don't care. It shows it. If nothing else, turnovers, even if they are lucky at times, they show that the defense is in the right position and the defense has made the offense uncomfortable
and can make a heads up play.
Was clearly uncomfortable. And so shout out to the defense. Shout out Phil Bennett. We left the Memphis game saying like, all right, well, the defense wasn't great, but at the same time they were not handed a great hand with, all these turnovers from the offense.
Right.
But still, if you look at on the season, like the point totals, just raw point totals. I know it's not how you should look at it, but like 13 points allowed against UTEP, 48 SMU, 27 Texas Southern, 58 UNLV, 44 Memphis. You still allow 28 as a team, obviously 7 of those being pick six, but I thought they played well.
Yeah, and I think that like a win like this begs the question: is Seth still gone?
I don't know. I wasn't ready to talk about it yet, but let's.
I'm not trying to say like I'm not saying we can make like a yes or no decision here, but it's like if you're I hate that you put your hat on. If you're Ren, I only need it. I'm balding, okay? If I'm Ren, are you having an inkling like, okay, well, look, maybe let's not jump to any conclusions.
Look. Listen.
Yeah.
Okay. To this point in the year, I think every win has been resounding, and 2 of the 3 losses have been resounding. The Memphis loss, again, Seth Luttrell, we joked about it last podcast. They won on paper, right? They won on paper. If they just don't, obviously, Ani, if he doesn't throw those pick sixes, if they just execute a little bit better in certain situations, maybe they win that game. And then we're coming at this game a little bit differently, where they're 4-2. The UNLV loss is still inexcusable, and I even think the SMU loss is inexcusable still. So you have 2 inexcusable losses, and the 1 loss where it's like you should have won, but you didn't because you're a program that can't win those type of games, right? You have FAU. You completely crushed them, and I think FAU is an average Conference USA team. I think I said this last podcast. I have like FAU.
Yeah,
Memphis,
you had them on the same level as UNLV. I think you said.
UNLV, Memphis, FAU. I have them all pretty much on the same caliber. The difference is North Texas won this game, so they have La Tech next week. La Tech should be a win. I haven't even seen what the spread is for this yet, but North Texas should win this game at home. Okay. Also, why are they playing at 3:00 again? Are they just playing every game at 3:00 now? I don't know when this started, but
3, 2:30, 2:30, 3, 2:31.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not covering the team anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyways, you should be La Tech. That's 4-3. If we just look at the rest of the schedule, UTSA, I'm just gonna say it's a loss because UTSA is an amazing program, amazing team. West Kentucky's playing really, really well. I think that'll be a close one. It's on the road. I'll say it's a loss. FIU win. UAB looks awful right now. Between UNB and Rice, let's say they go 1-1. What does that put us at? FIU, La Tech, and one of the two. That's 6-6. So that would still, in my opinion, obviously, then you'd have to win the bowl game. You'd have to win the bowl game, get to 7-6 for me to even have a conversation at that point.
Yeah.
This team, and this team, we've said it before, the talent is there. Okay. The buy-in, I think, is there. We only ever questioned the coaching. We've only ever questioned the quarterback play and, some execution here and there. If they can get to 7 wins, if they can play how they did last week, they can get to 7-5, which is what we predict to come in the year. So I don't know. I don't have a great answer for you, Colin. Sorry to get all coach speak on you. I don't have a great answer for you, but we're going to take it one game at a time.
Well, I think it's a conversation that needs to be had because obviously we've been cheering the, at least especially me, been cheering the it's over, over banner everywhere, holding it up, saying, all right, guys, pack it in. But I also think it's important, to also point out that, I thought that FAU was going to beat North Texas, obviously. But like you said, the win looked pretty much like they dominated the whole entire game. It wasn't like a, close, knee knocker.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? So like
knee knocker?
Sorry, it's a golf thing. I
didn't know that.
You got like a 4-foot putt, it's a knee knocker. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I get it now because like the legs are shaking.
Yeah, you're terrified.
Okay.
Like if it's anyways. So if it was a closer game, I might be coming up here going, well, it's not good enough. But like they convinced me that they're able to make those 7 wins, like you said. Again, obviously you'd have to get the bowl game. The only thing that is concerning for that to happen is can they be consistent in doing so? And we haven't seen that thus far this season. You have the UTEP win and then fall apart, Texas Southern and fall apart, Memphis, if you want to count that as a moral victory, whatever. So can they string together Louisiana Tech, UTSA, who knows what will even happen? I don't know. They beat UTSA last year, so,
Yeah.
But
again, he holds his own destiny. They hold their own destiny in their hands because I don't look at, like we talked about earlier in this podcast, I don't look at Conference USA as being a really good conference this year. Like this is one of the worst Conference USA seasons I'd say in a while.
Yeah.
Right? Like if UAB is over here losing to Rice, and I know Rice pushed Houston, so transitive properties say Rice has to be pretty decent. Still, like it's probably one of the worst Conference USA seasons in a while, and this is the last season where Texas is in it. So you have to take advantage of this. You shouldn't be going 6-6, and you should be, in theory, competing for a conference championship game. I know that sounds crazy, but they are 2-0.
It's the conference is crazy that they're 2-0.
They should be 3-0 next week, and I don't want to get ahead of ourselves here because bad things happen when we get ahead of ourselves on this podcast. They should beat La Tech, and it'd be 3-0. Think about it, Colin.
That'd be crazy.
Think about it. The discourse around this team will be what? It'll be, hey, Seth's got them. They figured it out. That's 3 straight wins, Colin. Or two straight wins. The Memphis one, I'm still.
They almost got you. You almost got with on paper.
Seth almost got me. He almost got me with the psychology.
Gaslit by Seth.
Seth gaslit me into thinking Memphis was a win. Jesus. Okay. But anyways, that would be 2 straight wins, and you go to UTSA from there. You're 3-0 in conference. I still think UTEP's really bad. I don't think La Tech is good. I know FIU was one of the worst teams in the country. Rice and UAB obviously just played each other, and it was not a spectacle of a game. So UTSA and Western are going to be the best 2 teams remaining on their schedule. Can they win one of those? And then that would probably put them in position to compete to be in the conference championship game. Colin, I don't know. Am I getting ahead of myself? I don't know. Let me dream.
It almost seems like it should be easy. You know what I mean?
On paper.
That's how we're playing the game now. They're already champions.
On paper, Colin. Was that UNLV loss even a loss? I don't know.
I don't know. But that's what I mean. It's like they lose. So like you said, their 3 wins have been resounding wins. Their losses have been demolished outside of Memphis. And it's like it's hard to juggle the two. Like, what is this team? And right now, I guess if you want to count Memphis as the win, they're you think they got 3-0 hanging up in the locker room?
3-0.
Like 3 straight wins is what I meant.
3 straight wins. Well, if they beat La Tech, they will. They're definitely gonna have. Look, if they beat La Tech, it'll be 3-0 in conference. Nothing else will matter, right?
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be the whole Seth Littrell talking point in every press conference. Will be, well, I'm really proud of these guys, man. 3-0 in conference. Nothing will be said of those other 4 games. Nothing.
And he's right. They don't matter. They don't matter.
Sure, they don't matter.
Right.
But at the same time, you're playing in Conference USA.
Yeah.
And you should be competing for conference championships in year 7 in this conference.
Oh,
it's one of the worst Conference USA seasons ever.
What I meant by it doesn't matter is that, he's right, 3-0, and if he's trying to get the championship, the other games don't matter.
He's right. 100%. He's right. So, yeah, we'll see. They hold their own cards. They got La Tech this week at home, which we always know La Tech brings weird things with them.
I hate La Tech.
It's a weird vibe ever since I was a kid. North Texas and La Tech. Go at it. All right. I believe that's all we have.
Not yet.
To the pick'em.
The pick'em. Yep.
Let me see. I have it up here somewhere. I'm just glad they cashed my bet, man. Shout out North Texas. Money line. Never in question.
Well, I lost the score, obviously. You got that.
Yes, you lost the score. Austin on completion percentage. I said over, you said under. I got that.
That's
FAU
crazy.
Over.
That's actually crazy you got that, by the way. Anyways.
I know. When I said it, you were like, under? Okay, anyways. FAU over under is 27.5.
28,
right?
Let's go.
You said over, I said under. You got that. And then I don't remember what the Austin one was, but we both said under. So I think it was yards, wasn't it?
I feel like it was yards.
Yeah, 300 yards or something like that. Something crazy. Yeah. So we both said under. We both got that right. Okay. So that moves us now to I got the score and the Ani one, and you got the FAU one. So that puts us now at 13-13 on the year, Colin.
Damn. I gotta step up.
We'll see.
I have got to step up.
We'll see.
One last thing before we go. A parting gift. Are the interceptions going to be an issue?
Are you still asking if we should worry about Austin still?
His interceptions.
I mean, we've seen it lose them a game, right?
Yeah.
Like single-handedly lose them a game.
Not on paper, though.
They single-handedly lost them a game against Memphis. Against
Yeah.
UNLV, wasn't it a pick that like kind of turned the game? I might be wrong, but I thought it was early in the second half.
Let's
They threw
see.
the pick, right?
I
Against
think
UNLV.
so.
I have to.
I'm looking.
I hate speculating on podcasts. I try to only speak fact, but you know how it goes sometimes. But regardless, you have these pick sixes, and now I'm looking it up.
Uh,
All right, scoring play. I don't even.
No, they were both in the fourth quarter.
He threw two in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, one with 42
Oh,
seconds
42
left,
seconds
and then
left.
one with 6 minutes left.
I think it was only one. Am I wrong? I think it was only one.
I'm looking
So
right now.
pass yards from Brumfield, Aiden Robinson run, Brumfield. Yeah, no, we're good. It was only that one. Okay, so I was wrong. Regardless, it is a problem when you go against when it's obviously when it's a close game, when it's a team that you should beat, all that stuff, or whenever it's a momentum swinger, which it was against FAU.
Yeah.
Like if they lose that game, or even if it's close against FAU the rest of the way, I think you have to look at changing quarterbacks. The fact that they bounced back and they put FAU away the way that they did, I think he's safe. However, even if it's not pick sixes anymore, if he throws 2 picks next game against La
Yeah.
Tech, you got to start having this conversation.
Yeah. What sucks is because he's able to shine in a lot of different ways. And because like there were a couple throws during the FAU game where I was like, dang, like that's a play. The pass toward Jake Roberts after he was basically getting tackled, and then I forgot the other one where he had to step up in the pocket and throw him down the middle, and then he throws that awful pick. So he flashes all of these things, but how long can you keep him out there? So we'll see.
Well, yeah, and part of it is being a little unlucky. Obviously, the Memphis ones being returned for touchdowns, and whenever
Yeah.
an interception is returned for a touchdown, some of it's on the quarterback, depending on the route that he's throwing and the timing and all that stuff. But some of it's just being a little unlucky. If those don't go for touchdowns, we're having a very different conversation at this point.
Oh yeah.
But they are going for touchdowns, so I think it's worth having a conversation that he can lose you a game. So I don't know. I think if they were thinking about making a change, they would have tried somebody else at this point, and
that's true.
They haven't. So
honestly, when Stone Earl came in, I was like thrown off. I was like, did they just like
they brought him on just to run?
No, I know, but like I looked down and looked up and saw Earl, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Well, the broadcast was thrown off because they went. That's what happened. They went Wildcat 3 straight plays, and then all of a sudden is like, well, Ani's still that receiver, and then the broadcast goes, wait a minute, Ani's not even on the field anymore, and then Stone Earl comes running on and takes the snaps, and you're just like, okay, all right, I guess this is what we're doing. All right, that's it. I guess the basketball podcast will have to wait another week, Colin, because this football team is making its push.
Amen. I forgot there's basketball happening.
I know. I gotta get McCaslin on. I gotta get Grant. I gotta hit up his agent. My agent, reach out to his agent, work all that out. So, all right, that's all we have for y'all today. We hope you enjoyed it. Got 25-minute podcast out late Sunday night. So if you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You follow us on Facebook right there. I almost messed it up. Spotify over there. Twitter down here. And yeah, you know where you can find us.
You did it.
At all times. There you go. So yeah, we thank y'all for joining us, and we will talk to y'all later. Look at Maya in the back.
She's just chilling.
I know. She's like staring at me.
Yeah, she likes to watch.
Kind of unsettling.
No, that's all you get.
That's it. All right. We'll see y'all later.